Hi, this is Mark Eldridge with the American Anglican Council, and I want to welcome you to this special coronavirus edition of Vital Moments in Church Revitalization. First of all, I want you to know that we at the AAC are praying for you and for your well-being during this really strange time that we find ourselves in. Last week, as the news of the coronavirus was really spreading fast, sort of going viral, as you could say, we were all kind of figuring out what to do and how to best respond. And it seems to me that the church responded properly with a pastoral response. So one that said, we want to practice loving our neighbor as ourselves and care for the weakest among us and those most susceptible to the virus by practicing what we're all learning as social distancing and things like this. And that's fine. That's a good thing to love our neighbors and to show that in practical ways. But now, as the dust is settling a little bit, I want to challenge the church to have another response in addition, and that's to see this as a missional moment, to see this as a missional opportunity in our culture to bear witness to the culture around us that there's another way to live, that we don't have to live with the fear and anxiety that's spreading so rapidly around, but we can live with peace in the midst of crisis. So we know that we're in the world but not of the world. We live differently because we live in His kingdom at the same time. And we know Psalm 23. We know it says, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. God is with us in the midst of whatever's going on. And because of that, we don't have to be afraid. We can practice Philippians 4, don't be anxious about anything, including a virus. But in everything, pray with thanksgiving, and the peace of God, which passes all understanding, is given to us. And so we have an opportunity as the church, as Christians, to bear witness to that peace into a world that's really wrapped with fear and anxiety and needs to know the Prince of Peace as we do. So I just want you to think about what are some practical ways that you as an individual Christian or your local church family could reach out to those around you who don't know Jesus, who maybe are captured by this anxiety and fear, and point them through practical ways to the Prince of Peace to demonstrate the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control to them in a way that they'll say, how do you have that? Where is that coming from? And you can point them to Jesus. I'm not on social media, but my wife is, and she tells me there's a lot of people on there talking about different ways to be missional. One of which was to think about school children who aren't able to get their meals that they normally get in school, and so maybe there's some kids around you who you could feed somehow and get meals to. Figure out who they are. Or maybe there's elderly who can't get to the grocery store. And there's just a lot of ideas out there. There's 1,000 more ideas that you could probably think of to show love in practical ways, to show peace in practical ways to those who don't yet know Jesus. So I encourage you just to start thinking missionally and see this as an opportunity instead of to just hover and cower in fear like the society around us is doing. I'd love to hear your ideas and any results from those. Please send them to me at meldridge@americananglican.org, and we can share any good stories you have of missional moments in this time of crisis. Well, for now, may the peace of God, which passes all understanding, keep your hearts and minds in the knowledge and love of God and of His Son, Jesus Christ our Lord. And we'll see you next time for these vital moments.